So I'm just outside doing garden maintenance things like weeding and moving things around and feeding. So right now I've decided that it is time to cut the scallions because they're in the way. I'll show you the flowers. So these are the seeds that I had from last year, some of which I planted. Note to self, scallions take a really long time to grow from seed, but you know what? It's worth it. So I'm gonna cut these guys, put them in here, and then sow them later in the year. Hopefully they'll come back over the winter, and I need to go get some fresh scallions from the grocery store to put in the ground so I can keep having scallions all summer. So my hope was to weed the whole garden today, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that in one shot, so I'm breaking this up. So I did a lot of weeding, and I still have these yellow squash to plant, so I dug this little trench, and I'm gonna put the squash on the side of the trench so that the drip line, the water goes down, and they can absorb it from the bottom and hopefully encourage really strong roots. Hi, Willow. And then we'll go from there. So there you go. I have some yellow squash. I do tend to plant things really close together. Observe my tomatoes. However, that has never really impacted my harvests. I'm also going to try to train the squash to go vertical with some stakes and keeping the leaves trimmed. Yeah, so this is how far I've gotten. The weeding looks a lot better. I'm gonna put some straw over here and then move on to staking the rest of my tomatoes because it's hot and it's unpleasant and I'm not having fun. I'm really not good at talking to the camera. So I've had a very busy week. I started off with a cold, and then I had 2 of my wisdom teeth pulled on Thursday morning. So I've been slowly recovering from that. And it's been hot and I've had lots of stuff going on. I haven't really spent enough time outside, so let's just take a look at how everything's going, and we'll see we'll see how everything is. So I tried to plant amaranth in the ground earlier in the spring, and it either never came up or it got eaten. So I did start a bunch more, and it's ready to be potted up. So I definitely need to do that later tonight or sometime tomorrow or later this week. And then I also have crazy lettuce going on in here, which I definitely need to cut back. There's either some sort of flies or aphids all over it, which I'm not crazy about. Definitely need to reseed things in here and work on this cover I have. It's just kind of, you know, makeshift. It's not really working very well. Pleased with the cherry tomatoes growing in these containers. They're huge and they look like they're producing really well. Hopefully soon these will be ready to pick. I'm very excited. I haven't had any tomatoes yet this year. Update on the potato skins. It worked. I just planted the skins, the eyes from the skins of the potatoes, and they made potato plants. So that's super fun, and I'm hoping that they get some potatoes. What are you doing, Will? This basil is looking mighty fine, whereas this one is being eaten by something. Sweet potatoes, looking very healthy. Pumpkin, this is a big pumpkin, Howden pumpkin. Asparagus fronds. I won't get any edible asparagus until 3 years from now, but it's an investment. And over here we have mint, peppermint, and this is lovage. It's like a very bitter celery, but it's a lot lower maintenance. So I'm planning on using it like celery, but I tried some raw the other day. You definitely don't need very much. It's extremely flavorful. These are my teeny tiny zucchinis. They look super cute. I'm hoping that they start fruiting soon. They got a bunch of flowers on there, so that's a good sign. It was really hopeful. I was going to harvest this collard green and eat it, and it's just been invaded by caterpillars and struggling, and maybe it'll survive. Who knows? These are cucumbers. They're the large size burpless. Hopefully they will start vining soon and climb up this trellis that I made for them. We do have fruit, so that's fun and exciting. All these tomatoes in here look great. I haven't strung them up yet, but I should do that now. Dog. It's another pumpkin, another big pumpkin. And one over here. More struggling collard greens. I've got a pepper. It's got enough leaves now. I won't be trimming it anymore. This other pepper as well. It's got a flower. We'll see if it does something. And struggling collards. Popping peas. Oh man, look at all these. I gotta pick some more peas. These are lupin seed pods. I need to come in and gather a bunch of them. This lupin is actually a surprise. I didn't intentionally plant one over here. If I did, I forgot. But I'm glad because the ones that were in my flower bed didn't come up this year. So I'm gonna collect these seeds and plant them later in the fall so they can overwinter. Whew. So I just did a bunch of weeding. I came in and I put down paper and wood chips and compost to try to keep all the grass from coming back. And then over here, put down paper, and then I put down the grass, which hopefully there's no seeds, so I don't see why it would come back. But yeah, I am not going to keep buying straw and mulch. I'm just going to keep using stuff. So leaves, yard trimmings, wood chips that I get from here, from other people, etc. Because all that you're trying to do is keep the weeds under control so that your plants can thrive and pests can't hide. That's it. So I think that's all I have in me today. I'm excited. This is the first cherry tomato that I've cloned from a sucker. So I'm hoping it takes off and I have a second harvest this year. Still probably too bright for you to see this, but the sun is orange right now and you can look at it because there's so much smoke from Canada from the wildfires. I'm probably gonna sneeze a lot later, but I have lettuce to plant, y'all. I gotta make sure I keep on top of this. Lettuce for days. So yeah, for those of you who are interested in starting to grow your own lettuce, this is what you do. You take the seeds, you go boop, 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 and then you just cover it a little bit. And then you make sure it stays moist until you start to see some growth. It's so dark out from the fire smoke that it feels like it's nighttime, but it's not even 7:30 yet, but it's like the sun is going down actively. It's very ominous. Not a fan. So it's time to plant more lettuces in here. Everything is bolted. I'm not really sure what this is even. Could have been a radish or something, or maybe my broccoli raw, but I have this problem with these weird flies. I'm not sure what kind they are, but I'm pretty sure this is a dandelion. And this back row here is supposed to be my sorrel patch, and it's just kind of gone crazy. So I'm gonna plant more of that and more lettuces and get an ID on this funky plant here. You know what these are? They're actually seed pods for the lettuce this lettuce here. So most of the time they come up from the middle, but I've already cut the lettuce off of here. Dog is playing. I guess it's a play break. Come to think of it, I do remember planting some sort of dandelion or chicory that I found in the yard. Turns out I don't really like these, so I just pulled it, and it's gonna go in the compost. So yeah, thank you for watching this weird video where I garden and I talk to you about gardening and hang out with my dog outside. Yeah, anyway, kind of a weird video, several days involved, but that's what I got. So let me know if you have any questions. I love sharing. So have a good night. Bye.